Hey girl, hey. Hey Rissa. Clarissa Shields. Hey girl, hey. Where do we start, girl? Where do we start? I feel like, let me give you a metaphor. Let me paint the picture. Let me be like, can't be honest. Let me be like older cousin, you know, have my little cigarette. We in the kitchen, we talking and we drinking wine. We at the family event. Now you done walked into the family event, everybody there, and you kind of like put your coat in grandma room. It's okay. Now take his coat and put it inside the room. See, what didn't happen is you didn't walk into the room, the internet, the black internet, with this married man. So we like setting the table, everybody talking. Oh, hi, yeah, And then the door open. Oh, hey, Clarissa, hey, girl. And then everybody come. Ooh, who's this? Okay. Papoose? Oh, is this the one that they've been saying? Because they told me that girl was parading around with some married man. I say it ain't so. I be damned. That girl, Lord Jesus. So, you know, I'm just the cousin in the corner. I've been listening this whole time, girl. I done heard what Tasha been said about you. Great advice. Oh, my Lord. Jaguar, great advice. Geisha, great advice. Oh, my God, girl. Like, just unprecedented numbers. Like, the bad little jokes and stuff, they're not even bad jokes. They're actually really funny. They outweigh, like, girl, you're going to take advice and you're going to take a joke. You're going to take a shot. You're going to take what do you know, wash it down with, like, a juice or something. You know, we can't just give it to you straight. We can let you dilute it, but you going to have to take it because you know goddamn well you tripping. Yes, you do. And I was like, okay, you know what? Let me wait, because I have to give this girl grace, because I've been less than Grace Jones and Grace Kelly with you, because I know you know better. I know you know better. Like, girl, you went to the Olympics in your teens, so you have to have some kind of mental that will get you there. But to see you put up your feet on that table, although, see, now I'm trying to study it, that table was positioned weirdly, and the way you were dressing, you would have had to bring the pillows, like the prop pillows, you could have brung them and you could have put it behind you, so you could have like fluffed it up, so you would have been like this, and then you would have crossed at the ankles with them big furry boots on. You know, you should not have wore those, by the way. Those friends who let you go out the house, those are not your friends. I said in the last video, eggs girl asking Papoose how he likes his egg, not your friend. The Nigeria girl that you fix up your grandma house for, or your mom house, whatever, who house in like Flint, and then you gave her the house. Now some osmosis she in your house in Atlanta. That bitch ain't your friend. And also what she wore to the Pistons game the other day, she was walking like she had ants in her pants, like her coochie wasn't clean. I don't like them around you. Also, your cousin Salita says they used to talk about you and troll you until you got money. Now they're your friends. I'm gonna get back to them, but I'm finna sit right here, boots off the floor. I don't got no boots, so I do like a knee high and a dress, because you had a dress on with them boots. It showed like this much skin. You just saw first, so I was trying to recreate if I can look, you know, somewhat crazy. But you put your feet on the table while you were getting interviewed on daytime TV, like you was just at the house watching, I don't know, fucking Family Matters or Married with Children. You might as well have your hands in your pants. You was so relaxed. I was like, girl. And then in your relaxedness, I'm looking at the bottom of your shoes. Thank God it was no like mud or anything that looked brown, because that would have been identified as boo-boo. Thank God it wasn't nothing like, okay, you know, it wasn't like scratched up. We can tell the boots are fairly new because you've been wearing them ever since you got them like last week. But to put your feet on the table while you was doing that interview, I was like, yo, your friends, they are not your friends. Papoose does not like you. Anyone around you in that house, they do not wish you well, girl. Because to let you walk out the house like that is crazy. Literally. You look like, oh my God, I left something in a garage right quick, and it's really cold because it was snowing that day in Detroit. Like, what, what was that, yesterday, 2 days ago? It looked like you just grabbed the nearest shoe that you saw at like the shoe rack by the door, and you just put on the coat from the coat rack, just taking anybody's coat, just putting on, like, it could be a dressy boot, it could be a Timberland boot, but you had to go to the car or to the garage and like get something right quick. You gonna run right back in the house. That's what it looked like. That's what it gave. Then your hair had so many flyaways. I'm like, girl, your friend set you up. Don't you ever in your life go in front of no studio lights, no interview, and do that whole, I don't need to wear makeup, I'm doing bare face, natural beauty, I just need to do eyelashes. You're not working out or going to the supermarket to get fruit. You're going to an interview under studio lights. And we have really good TVs now and really good projection, so everything is going to show. Yes, we know you have beautiful skin. We know that. But under studio lights, we're going to need you to come, baby, beat. We're going to need that face to be on. You could have wore like a little, I always go back to this for you, because for your shape, especially for your shoulders, being a boxer, you would do very well. And look it up, Clarissa. I don't know, like, how much you going to spend on clothes, like real nice shit that's going to last, instead of these little Louis V, LV, little fake little Canal Street shit. But you need to get you and invest in you some nice pencil skirts, some old Chanel, like some old vintage Chanel. That'll look really nice on you. You have to accentuate your features, honey. Your shoulders are big. You have muscles and stuff. When you wear like what you wore to the Pistons game, that's a no-no, baby. That's what you wear to the strip club or to the after hours or dancing around the house doing little videos or twerk videos, I don't know. Not to the game. If you look at in the background, people was looking at you like you was Lizzo going to the Lakers game, and we know how bad that was. Sorry, I just had to work a Lizzo joke in, because, like, come on, like, if that shit taught you anything, girl, you're going to a game, it's your, like, close to your home city. You like Clarissa just flying in to go see a Detroit Pistons game. You could have went like sporty with like, you know, like maybe a boy jean, like crop sweater with a nice heel, Lubu, maybe Manolo. I don't know. A nice Birkin. You have that amount of money. You should be investing, you know, maybe a messy pony bun, or maybe just like a bust down, simple, cute, understated, you know. But you looked as if you were going to the Detroit Pistons game, as if you were on display. I know what you were doing. You were looking at that arena and being like, dang, can I sell out something like this when I have to fight next month on February 22nd in Detroit, Michigan, when I'm fighting Cruz? That's what it looked like. Like, let me scope the place out. And then when that man told you to get off the court, the fact that he didn't know who you were should have said a lot. If you had a team around you, he would have known, like, oh, this is like an important person. This is just not like a, I don't know, ball player girlfriend trying to get a little picture for the internet, for the gram, you know. Oh my God, I'm sitting in front of court at the game with my boyfriend. But your boyfriend was not there. And honey, this is another thing, because this is what the girls were saying. You at that age where you walking around saying, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man. You cannot go to a major basketball game and sit front court without your man. Because you can if you like, oh shit, no, girl. Because it's going to bring up the question, oh, where's Papoose? Where is he? Where is her? Oh, he's still married. That's why he's not there. Because what was it? It was Friday night or Saturday night, and we know Papoose to have to be gone on the weekends because he had to take a the color red, to Jersey to be with his wife and his daughter. Now, as I record this, it's Sunday. He should be back on the red eye, heading back to Atlanta. He'd be there by the morning. And in the 3 days that he was gone, Clarissa, what did you do? What did you do? Girl, what did you do? What did you do, Clarissa? And you know what? I'm not even going to say what you did. I'm not even going to talk about that call, though I was in the chats. Because, honestly, when someone's doing something like that, I don't even blame you. I blame the people around you. Because I heard a little laughing and snickering in the background like I've been hearing since the eggs video. Why would, okay, just saying, just put this out there. If you have two BFFs that you live with, my friends, you know, because they go to everything else with you. They always in the background. They have asking Pap how he like his eggs and shit. They can't tell you, like, no, girl, like, I don't think you should say that. What'd you say? Pap pussy? Yeah, he be eating my pap pussy. And then it's like little things that, like, bitch, you can have a fucking friend of me around you. And she'll be like, no, girl, like, you have to know the difference when people are laughing with you and at you. Because you said this thing, and now the boys online, they're going in, which I knew they would. When you was very excited to meet Ben Wallace, which is like, okay, Clarissa, you're a celebrity now. You're going to be in rooms with many of these people. You can't be more thirsty to meet them than they are to meet you. It gives fangirls, it gives like, you shouldn't even be in the room with them. It just gives a very uncomfortable, off-putting feeling. Then for you to get on camera and say, oh, I couldn't wait to meet Ben Wallace because the kids at school used to always say, I look like Ben Wallace's little sister. That was not a compliment. Kids or anyone comparing you to that of a man, your looks to that of a man, is not a compliment. What you do, because I'm like, oh, that's what she did with Rihanna. You take words that's meant as shade and you turn it into a compliment. You flip it. So I'm like, okay. The normal mind would be like, oh, the kids were just picking with her. They were just trying to say, you look like a boy. You look like the girl version of him. Which basically is a roundabout way to say, you look like a boy, you a tomboy, whatever. In your head, because you're in the sports and you're thinking Ben Wallace, his sports stats and stuff. Oh, I look like his little sister. I'm as good in boxing to be like, whatever, like comparable to him in his sport. Girl, I don't know. I'm just like, oh, Lord Jesus. I was like, girl, how we gonna come? Because I was gonna do that, sister, you're on my mind. But I'm like, no, because people have been saying Color Purple references. And the first person that I heard it was a man. Then when Tasha K sung that song, when she opened up her video singing that Color Purple song, I was like, yup, that's why you hate her. I hate her. And this is why I know you're not as tough and you're very sensitive, though you box. Push, 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 push. What do you say in your little rap? One to the chin and one to the, what do you say, the gut or the spine? When you get out the car and you rap that little rap that Papoose told you to rap. One thing I noticed, you're very sensitive because you was talking big cash money stuff when you was training and stuff. And then when the name Tasha K, when you was like, I hate her, I hate her, you sound like a little girl. It was like, oh, you got in trouble, you got in trouble. Like, if I was in the room when Tasha K was saying that, and even Geisha 305, and it was like a conversation, and it was like a house setting, and you was getting like lecture, I'll be behind them pointing and laughing. Because you don't hate them. You hate that they told the truth. And I'm like, ooh, girl, ain't nothing like conviction. That shit, ooh. I'm like, ooh, you shadow boxing. You shadow boxing. She might go punch a wall. Ooh, I know that shit hurt. That shit really, really hurt, Clarissa. All right, now back to these fake-ass friends. I was so happy that Shalita did speak on that because now everyone's calling them the ad-lib girls. I call them the fake friends, the little minion bitches, the bitches in the back. One of them called in shortly after you called in, pretending to be someone else, but then revealed that it was you. One of them called in, and they cussed out Remy Ma. And then they be leaving these little comments. One of them say they're your moderator on your page. She say, I should stop tagging you, that you have to train. I don't believe that to be true because you're only ever training. You be on the internet. Hit them with the internet. You be online. So I'm like, ooh, girl, your friends, You need to check their phones because I have reason to believe they dirty dealing, and they might be like, if your cousin said they used to troll you and write mean shit, I think they still doing that. They said Nigeria do not take care of her child, and that ex girl, I don't know. The cousin said she was colorist, one of them light skinned cousins that thought she was better than you until you got money, and now she want to be your friend. And Shalita was like, I don't know. She don't know. Meaning, like, girl, you know that, but you want acceptance. That's why when you project, I'll be like, who is making fun of this girl? Because no one's making fun of you because you're dark skinned. Like, we keep saying Venus, Serena, that girl that got into a fight with her boyfriend and I don't say her name, but she's on punishment. She knows who she is. Amazing, amazing, amazing track star. But the one that was fighting in the airport, she's dark skinned. Simone Bowles dark skinned. None of this stuff was said about them, Clarissa. So what makes your dark skin different than they dark skin? Because you keep on putting that up there, and I'm like, girl, that's not where that go. That don't apply to that. Because in being you, you're a dark skinned female athlete. You're not Angel Reese, baby. You're not. But you already knew that growing up. So all this little stuff, like you just discovered what box of women to put yourself in. You're a sporty spice, okay? You'll never be a ginger. You'll never be a posh. You'll never be a baby. You're sporty. Be sporty. Go into your lane. And stop trying to go into other people's lane because you don't pull it off very well. Bitch stole my look. That's what it's giving. It's giving. Okay, Clarissa, look up Bitch Stole My Look. It was a segment on the Fashion Police. When someone would blatantly steal, it was a stylist, they was beefing. They would put in like one star and another star's clothes that they just clearly wore. Maybe they'll change the color, they'll change the shoe or something, the accessory, but it'll be the same fucking dress. It would come to find out that when the celebrities dress alike, they're probably beefing over man, beefing over movie roles, opportunities, whatever. You're doing that thing where you're trying to become her because you want to be in her role. So you think if you dress like her, he gonna place you in the role that she was in. Bitch, it don't work like that. Clarissa, it don't work. It's just gonna remind him like, it looked better on her. Perfume smelled good on her. Stinks on you. Shit like that. Like, you cannot do that, Clarissa. You're outrunning the plot. You have to be yourself. And because you're not being yourself, you're trying to play all these different parts. That's why the internet is doing what it's doing. That's why he's doing what he's doing. That's literally why. Literally. Like, we see you going into all these, like, characters and all this shit. And I'm like, damn, this girl probably had to do this her whole life. Which is like, okay, survival technique, but you're not surviving anymore. You're thriving, right? You're Clarissa Shields. I'm going to be a household name, just like Martha Stewart. Well, Clarissa, you are a household name in certain houses. But it's not for the reasons that you think. You have been less than ladylike. You have been unbecoming. The way you had your feet on that... Girl, would you go to your grandma's house, put your feet on the table? Girl, like, come on now. That was just crazy. Boots on the floor. Or you going to end up on the front floor. You're going to end up on the floor. You're going to end up on the floor, Clarissa. And we don't want to see you end up on the floor, girl. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Clarissa Shields. Oh, no. Total knockout. Did you see it? Did you see it? Down goes Clarissa Shields. Down goes Clarissa. Bye.